guys, Tyler here from p.v.s Tuning. Well, we finally got some Ecutek software for the 2022 BRZ. So we've been doing a little bit of testing, and well, obviously we start on 98 just to get our head around the software a little bit. It's only a better version for the Aussie cars, so we don't have the complete finalised package yet because they have still ironing out a few bugs, but it's enough that we can start playing around with timing and fuel and cam time, a few little bits and bobs. But as you may have seen in some of the other videos over in the US, because they got the software a little bit before we did, the 98 tune out of the box, which in my own testing was the same, it was actually not too bad. They've done a hell of a lot better job than what they did with the previous Gen 1. So you can still definitely make some more gains. I've found some more gains in the cam timing in a few areas, and the fueling because it runs really rich, and the timing. So there's lots of little things, but the gains between the Gen 1 tuning versus Gen 2 tuning isn't quite as large. But when you put a set of headers on these things, which we tested on the Motive DVD 80 BRZ, that has a set of 4:2:1 SME headers on it. That makes a massive difference. So if you look to the screen here, so the small dotted line is a standard, is our car with the standard run. Okay, all we've got on this is a catback. So it makes roughly 150 kilowatt, which they all seem to be in and around that power. But the dotted red line is the standard car, Motive's car, with a set of 4:2:1 headers just bolted on with an exhaust system. So without tuning it, the gains are pretty large. Like they're 10 kilowatts in some spots, and 20 newton meters in a lot of spots as well. So it's right through the rev range. So the grey line is what we've done with our car, because we're running standard headers at the moment on E85. So as you can see, forget about the large dotted red line, because they've got headers on them. But if you look at the difference between the small dotted red and the grey line, it's pretty massive. So we've got it just under 170 kilowatt at the moment on E85, and it's right through the rev range. So when we put those 4:2:1 headers on, hopefully in the next week or so, without doing a hell of a lot more tune wise, that's why I wanted to get it all sorted. It's going to be, I'm pretty confident we're going to crack the 170 mark. So, and torque wise, I reckon we're going to be probably 30 newton meters over standard, which is quite a big difference. To put it in terms, if you're familiar with the Gen 1s with maybe a small low boost supercharger like a Sprintex, they were making about 250 to 260 newton meters of torque. This is pretty much where we're going to be. So, and this is obviously on the new 2.4. So power wise, mate, it's going to be fantastic. So so I'll post up a video. We just did a little bit of a power on while I was doing a little bit of testing with it. So it's going to be these are going to be awesome with a set of headers on it. So yeah, fingers crossed we'll crack that 170 mark without any dramas. And this thing's going to be a little weapon. So anyway, if you can flick us a call or message, because we are starting to, over the next coming weeks, we're going to start to get a full tune package for these ready to go. So anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll keep you posted.